Yeah, thanks for that, Ian. And Ian's here.
Good afternoon, Ian and Kevin.
You've got a top name there, Ian. Love that name. Tremendous.
Anyway, they're having shots at goal at the moment to try and warm up a little bit, I think, although it's not that cold here today. So we got two jumpers here on a dull day. They sort of there's not a great deal of difference between them. They both got dark shorts. The tops don't stand out that much either on a dull day. So the ones with more blue in them are Encounter Bay, and the ones with the green in them are Myponga Sellicks. So if you're watching your TV today, look there, you'll look for the yellow numbers and look for, well, they've both got yellow numbers, haven't they? Anyway, you should be able to work it out by now if you've been watching through the whole year so far. And it's a beautiful day today here at Encounter Bay. You'd like to be in an umpire in a day like this, wouldn't you?
Well, it's been a bit better than some of the days over the last month or so, but I think last time these two teams met, it was only a couple of points of difference earlier in the season, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So Encounter Bay, it's a pretty important game especially for Myponga, who if they want to, they've still got a chance to probably finish top if McLaren happen to lose a couple. But they've also got a chance to finish 4th or 5th if they happen to drop a couple. So some pretty important games around the league today with Victor Harbour playing down at McLaren. 2 games clear at the top, McLaren. But if Victor happen to get over the top of them today and Myponga get over Encounter Bay, well, it'll be 1 game the difference with 2 sides trying to chase down McLaren at the top, and both with a better percentage than what McLaren can't currently have. So it's a pretty important game for Encounter Bay, just playing out the season for pride at this stage. They can't feature come late August and September, so they're just playing for pride. But for Myponga, it's all on the line for them here today. Whether they can, if they drop this one, well, they're probably chances of finishing top are gone, and chances of retaining that double chance were lower, but they go in favourites.
Who are the umpires out there, Ian?
We've got Nathan Salt, David Marks and Brett Nottage today. We've got 3 umpires on the big expanses of the Encounter Bay Oval. As the ball goes up into the middle of the field, Whitford gets a quick tap down for Myponga. He picks it up, gets tackled, but breaks the Tonkin tackle, goes off the side of the boot, down forward, and coming out here for Myponga, just into the pocket, picked up there for Encounter Bay and it comes back out to Whitford, and he can't pick it up. Horrocks is in there, picks it up, can't get a handle on it. Players go to ground. Player drags it in. Oh, could have been nearly pinged for holding the ball there. He could have tapped that one out, chose to pick it up, and the umpire let him give him the benefit of the doubt as Kennedy gets a quick kick out, smothered from the head of an Encounter Bay player, comes out to Crispin. Crispin goes across there to Horrocks, no, not Horrocks, that was Boyce, comes here to in the middle of the ground for Benny Davis, picks it up, marks it, goes to play around, slip, kicks it into the forward line, and it's going to go out of bounds there. Run over the line there from the Myponga player, so it won't be a free kick back into play, but we'll have a ball up. Encounter Bay, the first team to go deep into attack in this one, as the boundary umpire with a beautiful throw-in and tap down there by Tonkin that time for Encounter Bay. Hard to see who's got the ball down there. Comes out, Whitford grabs it for Myponga. Comes across here, player throws his head back. I don't think he got grabbed high, but the umpire said that he did, so comes away with a free kick. Comes across here for Myponga to Trevina. Trevina with the ball in the deep back pocket. He plays on, comes down the wing looking for a teammate there in Harrison Cock. He grabs the ball, goes long down forward looking for that player there is Flintham. Flintham goes off the ground and goes over the boundary line and out of bounds, and this will be a free kick here to Encounter Bay for a last disposal decision. Ball kicked in from Baldock. He goes across the ground there looking for Ambrose Willoughby. He goes down the wing, but player was playing from behind in Walker. He can't grab the ball. He gets tackled. Ball spilling around. Player gets tackled into the ground, and the umpire will come in and ball it up in front of the barbecue shed here at Encounter Bay. Beautiful tap down there to Horrocks. He got a handball that was smothered. Comes back out here to Proud. Proud kicks it round the corner, and that one's gone. No decision need to be made there because that one's gone straight over the line. And bringing it back in here for Encounter Bay. Looks like, hard to tell who the player is down there. One of the Williams boys, I reckon. I reckon that's Lockie Williams.
Probably Lockie's a bit bigger.
He goes short, back inside 50, but it comes around here. That's Kennedy for Myponga by the looks. He goes across the middle. Teammate can't mark the ball. Coming out here for Encounter Bay, picking it up there is Hills. Hills goes along looking for a teammate here. Comes over the top to Davis. Davis will go short again, looking for Middleton. Finds Middleton in the centre of the ground and run in over the mark there. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but
he wasn't.
The umpire was awake to it, and that was an easy 25 decision to make there. Middleton plays on, goes long down there, looking for Horrocks. Horrocks playing from behind. Give a bit of a shove out, and a free kick here to Myponga down deep in defence. And that's Ogilvie, the Myponga captain, with the ball. Not sure what he's going to do with it. Comes across the middle of the ground. It shanks the ball. Goes straight to Encounter Bay player. He handballs over the top. Comes to Davis. Davis gets tackled. Handballed out to Middleton. Middleton goes backwards again. And coming out here eventually, a mark is taken here by Encounter Bay player in Brown. Brown goes short and finds Kyron Pepper. And Pepper will have the first real shot at goal in this match here, and we've been going about 4 minutes so far.
Oh, Kyron loves kicking goals.
He does. Apparently he's, I've only seen him play in a trial game, but he's not a bad kick from what I've seen. But he's on a pretty tough angle here.
There he is, yeah.
About 35 metres out from goal. We'll get the distance quite easily, but whether he can get the accuracy... Comes in with his left boot. Kick is on its way. Not a bad kick. Oh, just gone behind the post. And the first score on the board goes to Encounter Bay. They are one solitary point, and Myponga yet to score.
And that's all the scores we've got so far, and those scores are on our FB Ag scoreboard. So you can get the ball.
Early score from McLaren and Victor Harbour. 1 goal for, and McLaren yet to score. So 5 shots at goal in 5 minutes. Victor Harbour looking the goods over McLaren early.
Anyway, they're about to kick the ball in. They've got the ball back. Goes straight down the middle with it in. There's a big fellow down there. He's taken another one. That's number 19.
Williams. Lockie Williams.
That's
goes into the forward line. Encounter Bay player almost got grabbed there. Horrocks picks the ball up, snaps around the corner, and misses.
He's got a point as well. So that ties the scores up. 1 point each.
No, that's 2 points to Encounter Bay.
Oh, that's good.
And Myponga yet to score. So a couple of shots at goal here early on for Encounter Bay, and worrying signs here for Myponga early. They've Encounter Bay dominating the ball forward so far. Short kick in again, goes over the head, picked up by Williams. His kick is smothered, goes back after it again, and can't win the ball. Comes out here to Myponga, clear it out wide, looking for Flint, and picks it up just inside the boundary line. Comes inside here, but it's a lot of blue jumpers there, but it evades them all. Comes here to
Crispin.
Crispin picks it up, and he's well tackled, and no prior opportunity there. So umpire comes in, throws it up, tap down there by Tonkin. Coming out there, quick kick off the ground, coming here looking for that player was Boyce by the looks. Comes out to Fraser Tonkin. He goes down looking for Middleton, can't get, ball hits his chest, picks the ball up. Umpire says he run into him, picking it up, front on contact. Fair enough too. Now Middleton goes around, plays on deep. That ball's not spinning properly. I'm not sure whether it needs to be kicked in or not, but at the moment this looks, and Spinks takes a mark here, relieving for Myponga. Goes across the ground looking for his ruckman in Whitford, manages to take the mark, plays on quickly out to a teammate there, but comes out wide. That was Kennedy, couldn't get hold of it. Comes out here to Encounter Bay player there in Horrocks, Alex Horrocks. He picks it up and ball was smothered over the boundary line, and we'll have a throw in here about 25 metres around from the Encounter Bay goal line. Ball comes back into play. Whitford up against Tonkin. Encounter Bay player grabs the ball there, can't get rid of it, comes out here quickly, ball gets kicked in. Pepper can't get a handle on that one, and it'll be over the boundary line and out of bounds once again. Bit of a scrappy start to this one. The ball, terrible. Players can't get the ball to spin right. The boundary umpire can though, and Myponga get the tap down. Comes out here to Horrocks. Horrocks spins around. Is he going to have enough distance on this one?
Oh, yes.
Players were celebrating, but goal umpire in a perfect position there, and ball is tapped over the line, and a third behind for Encounter Bay. Comes out quickly here, and that's Kennedy taking a mark for Myponga. Still deep in defence. He's not sure what to do with it. Going to come across the ground. He's got Clark out here all on his own. He'll take a mark. He'll play on, go to a teammate there in Spinks. Kane Spinks this one is. And he comes along looking for Kelly. Goes short again. Myponga tend to do this, don't they? They chip the ball around.
Goes across and back again.
It's not the easiest thing to do, but a big oval here at Encounter Bay helps you to do it. Trevina runs onto it for Myponga, picks up, hit Tonkin, smothered his ball, comes across here back to Tonkin. Tonkin kicks it around the corner, and Luck's a fortune here, and taking a good mark there was Connor Hills for Encounter Bay. Hills has got Horrocks out here screaming for it near the boundary line, but looks like he wants to go longer. He's got Ryan Pearson's running for him in the middle. Goes down looking for Pepper. Pepper third in line, and he's taken a clunk the mark there. Good mark from Pepper. Wheels around onto the left boot, goes long and deep. I'm not sure there's anyone down here for Encounter Bay.
That's almost going to get there.
And picking it up, running it onto the ball there is Horrocks. Snaps around the corner, doesn't make it a distance, and the ball runs over the boundary line, and Myponga will get this one to kick it back in.
Yes, right. Well, someone will run in over there. I think it might be about number 8 or 9 over there. Could be Kempster that has run in and got it. Ball comes out now. It's gone out to Myponga out there through Thomas Carroll, and the ball now is over in front of the club rooms. Myponga has still got it coming out there.
Got players streaming down the wing here.
The ball are coming out there. There's a heap of them out there. They're taking it fairly easy then, that the player that had it, and finally it's left out there to Encounter Bay there to Callum Tonkin. He'll put it back again, and that's another Tonkin. I think that just
Fraser.
had that one. Fraser Tonkin had that. Got in the way. Ball was chucked out. Here's a chance now for Myponga to get the ball down there, their scoring area. It's gone over the top of the pack. It's been marked down there by Myponga, and it's gone out to the centre half forward area out there. And again, it's marked out. They've had a lot of kicks down here. They still haven't got it down to their scoring area yet. Well, it's gone over there to Crispin. He has his legs taken from under him, and the ball now is on the ground. He pulled it in under him. What's this one, Ian?
That was could have very easily gone for holding the ball there.
He just pulled it in between his legs.
Wasn't really trying to get that one out, was he?
Not really, no.
Comes out here to Kennedy, it looks like, or Lang that was, sorry. We've got a free kick here. I reckon that might be someone said something, so the umpires jumped on that. And comes across to Maxie Collins. Day off the boundary today, and playing in the A grade for Encounter Bay. So well done to young Maxie. Comes down here to Spinks from Myponga. He gets a handball across. Clark picks it up and he runs over the boundary line with that one. So won't be a free kick. It will be thrown in the forward pocket here for Encounter Bay. Gee, Myponga are really stuffing around with the ball at the moment, aren't they? Going across, backwards, sideways, and ball thrown in here in the Encounter Bay forward pocket. No, we're going to have a repeat throw-in. Marksy said it didn't go to a contest, so we'll have that one re-thrown in. Comes up again. We've got
that's
middle,
a terrible throw-in.
And that one will have to be re-thrown in as well. So wasting a little bit of time.
One of those central umpires might have to be a boundary umpire.
So we'll have a repeat again. Hopefully this one can come in and go to a contest down there with, I think we've got Whitford and Middleton down there. That one's come in and gone to a contest and picked up here by Cock from Myponga. Good tackle by Fraser Tonkin, that is. Players, teammates are screaming for holding the ball, but no prior opportunity there, and we'll have another ruck contest here. Player from Myponga comes over the top, taps it down. Good tackle here from Encounter Bay, and we will have...
Well, he didn't try very much, did he?
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of prior, though. He sort of went straight. It picked it up and ran. He knew he was going to get tackled, so he picked it up, put it under his arm, and maybe could have got rid of it, but...
Thought he'd see what happened.
Thought he'd see. You take your chances there. Ben Davis picks it up here, wheels around, can't get a handle on the ball, comes across to Crispin. Crispin goes to Tonkin. Hamish, that is. Hamish met high, and umpire's right onto that one. And Hamish Tonkin will have the ball on about 50 here for Encounter Bay. He goes in short, looking for Pepper. Pepper can't grab the mark. Picked up there by Horrocks. Alexander Horrocks, that one is. And the first goal here at
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sale options, and they also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu. They're in your field.
Giving them the chance to take marks and kick goals. So, but credit to Encounter Bay here. Maybe they're putting a lot of pressure on. They're chasing hard, and they're going forward. They're kicking it long, putting the pressure on Myponga. And we come back into the middle again. Callum Tonkin gets a tap down that time. Kennedy well tackled there by Horrocks, and we will reset. And this time Myponga trying a third man over the top. Oh, the big boot in there. Comes out here to Tonkin. Comes to Horrocks on his left boot. He'll go down here into the half forward, and that player there is Horrocks. And comes across here, and Ben Davis.
That was Jaden Christophers, wasn't it?
Number 3 is Horrocks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it might have been Christopher's. 3 and 9 sometimes can look the same. And we've got another free kick here for high, and this one will be Ben Davis, and probably just outside his scoring range here. He's the man on the mark's about 43, 44 metres, so he's going to have to kick it close on 50 for it to be a score, and on a pretty tough angle as well. So
there's not much wind out there, is there? So it's not much advantage which end you're kicking.
No, there's no... the trees aren't moving. The flags are pretty dead at this stage. Davis comes in and just goes behind the stick. And Encounter Bay, 1 goal 4.
Kicking themselves out of it.
Wasting the chances they've got at the moment.
Kicking themselves out of it here.
It's... well, they keep attacking at this stage, so if they keep doing it... eventually they may get on top, but at this stage they haven't done enough to put Myponga away early, which they could have put a lot of pressure on them early.
Myponga kick it in, and they stays just inside the boundary line. Kick it again, and going over there to Jake's to Harrison Cock, and he kicks it back out. It's gone out over the other side of the ground, and we're just in there, and the player there puts his head down, the way he goes, and there's a good hand pass out. The player there's got it, and he's just hanging on to it, and the umpire will come in and throw it up again. Up it goes, pushed down, goes straight in the hands of Myponga, and they'll kick it from the centre half forward position now. Player comes through there from Myponga, and he knocked it back almost as far as what it was, and that was Jaden Scott that had it, and Scott gets it over the top out there. It's gone out here to
Pearson's. That was a shocking kick.
And
that
Pearson's got it and kicked it straight to the opposition. And he's kicked it again over the back of the pack it goes. And here's a Myponga. They're pushing along in front of them. Can they get it out? They do. And it's gone over the top, gone over there, and that's the little fella comes in to have his kick for goal. And it's like the Bermuda Triangle out there at the moment. And there's a point out there to Myponga.
First score on the board.
It's the first score on the board. I had to look twice to see that, because it's a long time the quarter's been going here.
Yeah, it's only about their second inside 50, I reckon, and
not too many.
It's well, Encounter Bay, we must have missed a point because they've got 1 goal 5, and Myponga, that's 1 solitary point on the board. And just while we've got a break in play, I see here Victor Harbour jumped out to early leaders over McLaren, 23 to 7, so they're at a 16-point lead halfway through the first quarter. As ball comes out here looking for Baldock, and he's a strong mark overhead. Takes that one against 3 opponents, comes across looking for Tonkin. Tonkin will take a mark on his chest. He plays on, gets around Trevina. Kick comes down looking for Horrocks there. And Spinks beats him in that contest, but the ball comes handballed out over the line, and that will be a free kick for last disposal. And Myponga will take this one in. Comes to Sampson. Sampson will go back and take a kick. Player on the mark, just got there in time. And Sampson not really sure what to do with this. Goes long, well, sort of short and high in the end.
That wasn't anything.
Looking for Kennedy. Sam Kennedy has it. Spinks here, runs it over the line. And right in front of the commentary box here at the Encounter Bay Oval. And the ball will be thrown in. Ball comes in and goes to the front there to Whitford. He gets a handball away, comes to Kelly. Kelly puts his shoulder into the opponent. Can't get a handball out. Comes out here. Ooh, I thought Ambrose nearly was going to end up in the fence. But player held him up nicely. Stopped him from doing that. As the ball comes in right in front of where we're sitting. Comes to Cock. Goes across to Trevina. He goes in long looking for Kennedy. Was a player up there before acceptances. No free kick. Ball comes out here to Haverty. Haverty comes across to Lang. Lang goes across. And taking a mark there for Myponga is Justin Whitford. And this will be Myponga's first set shot at goal. So chance to finally get a major on the board. And they're starting to look a little bit more dangerous now, looking to go forward a bit more instead of just the chip around sort of game, which, I don't know. It's... Anyway, Whitford comes in from about 40 metres out. Looks pretty good off the boot. The players down there are pretty happy. And
Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fluorio furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal, and it's open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
4 goal 8 to 2 points. And Yankalilla in front of Wollonga. They must have only been going 30 seconds, and Yank got the first score on the board. So
they must have forced one through. Anyway, from the throw up out there, it's been pushed down there by Encounter Bay. It's gone down there to the centre half forwards, trying to pick it up down there as a player from Myponga, but he wasn't trying too hard to pick it up either. But in the end, the free kick was paid there to Myponga, and they've got it now at the centre half back. Up it comes, and they're going straight down the centre with it now. And the player there, that was Justin Whitford, I reckon. I might have had that one again. And down the forward line it goes out here now. Coming out there, Myponga got hold of it. They run around in circles, and they've done a fair bit of that, and it's gone out here to Justin Whitford again. He gets it across there to Sean Ogilvie, and Ogilvie got it over there to his teammate, and he couldn't complete the mark. It's gone across the line and out of bounds. So there's plenty of work out here for the boundary umpire.
Yeah, been lots of throw-ins. Normally you don't see that many throw-ins in a game, but
no, he's not throwing it in too good though. It's thrown in too low. Anyway, the ball out there is picked up by Myponga, and I think he's going to stand there and watch it, and then decide that the goal umpire, the central umpire, decides that he'll throw it in. Up it goes. Encounter Bay had hold of it there. He gets a hand pass out. Well, this one that was just the amount. Certainly wasn't over the distance. Crispin's got another one. And he'll have a kick out to the centre. Oh, the umpire blew the whistle. How could he miss that? He really didn't need to blow the whistle, did he?
No. Well, you've got to wait till they hold them, but sometimes everyone gets caught every now and then. Comes across here looking for Flinton, but ball goes out, heels.
He's kicked that out.
He's kicked it out, and it was an accidental kick.
But it went out in the full though, didn't it?
No, I think it was, a bit unlucky there. Maybe it did go out on the full. Could have gone out in the full, but it's been adjudicated as either a last disposal or an out on the full. So Sampson for Myponga, he takes the kick and goes in. Callum Tonkin there has received a free kick for a push in the bat, and the player better hurry up and give it back to him, otherwise he'll get penalised. But Callum Tonkin plays on, goes down the wing looking for Pepper, coming across his Whitford, coming now to Proud for Myponga, and he comes across the ground to Lang. Lang goes long and high and hoping one of his forwards can jump onto it, but Hills will get it for Encounter Bay, and he goes out wide looking for Crispin, taking a mark over one side of the ground. Now that's a strong mark out there in front of the pack. Hit the ground hard.
I think they might have heard of it.
But Jack usually gets up pretty quickly and did again that time. Comes out to Pepper. He's taken another strong mark. He's got the Dukes going today. And comes across on that left boot in the middle looking for Benny Davis as the siren goes for quarter time here at the Encounter Bay Oval. And a low scoring quarter, that one. And at quarter time, Encounter Bay, well, we were right. It's gone back to 1-4. Encounter Bay 1-4, and Myponga 1-1. So a 3-point lead here to Encounter Bay at quarter time. And just looking at some other scores here around the grounds, Victor Harbour 22-point leaders over McLaren, and at quarter time, and Strathalbyn 36-point leaders over Gore Port Elliot. And I'm not sure what's going on at the Wollonga Oval, because they've got that they're 15 minutes into the first quarter, and Yankalilla's one solitary point and Wollonga yet to score, so I think that one might be a little bit behind.
This is 90.1 Happy FM, Great Southern Footy Match of the Day, and on air and YouTube.
Don't be the next victim of a home invasion.
Pull over, let's rob this joint.
Great Southern Security will install a home security system with monitored alarm to protect your home or business. They also provide CCTV, mobile patrols, cash transit, event security and a test and tag service.
Looks like this place has got its own secretary.
What do you mean, secretary?
That sign.
You idiot! That's security! This place has got an alarm!
Visit great7security.com.au.
Do you want instant cash? Drop off your deposit bottles and cans and scrap metal today at South Coast Recycling and Scrap Metals depots in Victor Harbor, Goolwa and Yankalilla. South Coast Recycling and Scrap Metals depots offer undercover drop-off facilities, and the Goolwa depot is open 7 days a week. To see opening times, the latest prices and the items that can be dropped off for recycling, visit southcoastrecycle.com.au. Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 161 Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbor.
Let's talk about your new shed. You want it tough. You want it to look good. You want it to last for years. You want ShedX Fluorio, the experts in design and construct. If you can dream the shed, they can build the shed. Dream it, design it, build it with ShedX Fluorio. From initial design through to finished construction, your project is in trusted hands with ShedX Fluorio. Quality workmanship and experience you can trust. ShedXFluorio.com.au.
The Wollonga Rec Reserve.
Preliminary
Without further ado,
finals.
back to Encounter Bay Oval, Kevin and Ian Curran.
It's preliminary final day tomorrow at the women's game at Wollonga. So whoever wins tomorrow is in the grand final to be played the following Sunday. Well, the big winners at the moment are out there, Strathalbyn. They're 5 goals, 8. 2 points out there by Goolwa Port Elliot. And Victor go along nicely against McLaren Districts. 4 goals, 6 to Victor Harbor. 1 goal, 2 to McLaren. So maybe they are under a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, I think McLaren are at the moment. They're, still 2 games clear at the top, but like we said before, if they happen to lose today, they'll be back to 1 game in front of, could be in front 1 game from 2 teams.
Yes, so there's a long way to go yet. A bit like calling an election off at 6:05. There's a long way to go before everything's counted, and you would think it's down at quarter time as what is it? 1 goal 6, is it?
1 goal 4.
1 goal 4 to Encounter Bay and 1 point to Myponga Sellicks.
1 goal 1.
It's 1 goal 1. They haven't put that in yet. And the Compass down here, 21 points to Langhorne Creek 2. So that's the quarter time scores at the moment. And McLaren are 8 points to 3 goals by Victor. So Victor are going along okay at the moment.
Yeah, Victor's almost the team to beat, I think. And start the second quarter here at the Encounter Bay Oval, and running onto it there for Myponga was Kelly. Comes across to Proud, back to Kelly, kicks around the corner looking for Lang. Lang picks it up, wheels around, not sure whether to handball it or kick, still not, gets a kick forward, but standing there on his own is Tonkin for Encounter Bay. He'll come across the ground looking for a teammate there. Spoiled each other. Maxie Collins and his teammate, Myponga player, picked it up, can't grab the ball. That's Spink. Spink's running around onto it. Brown there for Encounter Bay, comes across to Crispin. Crispin goes short to Tonkin. The umpires paid that one. Didn't go that far. Comes across to Davis. He picks it up well on the half volley. Can't get a handball away. Comes to Fraser Tonkin. Whitford picks it up for Myponga. Not sure how that one come out. Comes across here to Boyce. Boyce goes down inside. Clark runs onto that one, and he'll run it over the boundary line there. And I think this is Ricey will run onto this one and throw it back in for us. And in the forward pocket here for Encounter Bay again. And waiting for the ball to come back into play. And nice
which
throw
Rice
in.
is that?
Great throw in though. And
Yeah.
it comes back in. Davis running onto it here for Encounter Bay. Gets around onto the left. Has he snapped around? I think he's got this. No. Umpire says he's missed it. And that's the 5th behind so far for Encounter Bay. They move on to 1 goal 5. Myponga 1 goal 1. Kick comes in here to Kelly on his own for Myponga. He plays on to Proud. Proud gets around Tonkin. Goes back out wide to Clark. Clark goes long down the wing. Spinks behind his opponent, put his hands in his back, gave him a bit of a shove.
And his knee, I think.
And Williams will kick it out here to Tonkin. Hamish Tonkin this is, right in front of the broadcast caravan here at Encounter Bay. Tonkin looking to go short. He's got a couple of targets inside 50, goes long, looking for Middleton or Pepper, but getting in the way is Whitford, Luke Whitford that is. He goes across the ground to Ogilvie. Ogilvie runs around, goes out wide looking for Lang. Lang in front there, takes a mark on half-back here for Myponga. He goes short looking for and finding Cock. Cock goes back. He's going to come inboard, or he's not sure what he's going to do. He'll get called to play on here. He's called to play on now. Goes long down the wing, something we haven't seen much from Myponga so far, but maybe that's why, because Williams comes over the top. He goes to Christopher's. He's got Tonkin out here running for him. If a ball sits for him, and it does. Tonkin's got a bit of time here. Goes short to Middleton. That's a mark and or 50 or 25, or is it just a free kick? And I think Clark was lucky there that
he got let off a bit light.
If the player had have clunked that one, I think that would have been a 25-metre penalty as well, and Middleton to be having a shot for goal from a pretty easy position. As it is, he's going to have to kick this one nearly 50, and I haven't seen Mason Middleton kick, but formerly played I think he played in West Adelaide's last premiership, so comes in, kicks it into full forward, ball gets spoiled off hands, and Encounter Bay get their 6 behind. They go to 1 goal 6, leading Myponga 1 goal 1.
Bad kicking, isn't it? But anyway, I suppose that some of them are too far out to score anyway. From the kick-in now, it's gone over there to Myponga. It's gone in the back pocket. Player takes 1 step. Looks like the wind is blowing down that way that they're kicking to at the moment. And it's been marked over there again by Myponga, and they've got now the ball's bouncing nicely down the ground for them. I'll go out here to pick it up, and there's a free kick being paid out here to Myponga, and they're going to kick this right in front of goals, and it's a mark being taken down there by Myponga.
Spinks.
And that is Spinks. There's 2 Spinksters. That's Jake Spinks. And this could be the 2nd goal. Come up very quickly in the 2nd quarter.
Which just shows what happens when Myponga get it and move it quickly, doesn't it?
And that one, I would think, has gone straight through the goals by the look of it from there.
With over 180 years of farming family know-how behind us, ProStock Livestock will help you with all your livestock needs. ProStock will get you the best price for your livestock when buying or selling, and will even help you muster and transport them. Wherever you are across the Fleurieu Peninsula or anywhere in South Australia, we'll offer you the highest quality, professional yet personal service. So give ProStock Livestock a call to discuss your needs today. Visit us online at prostock.com.au.
So there's only a point the difference, but there's a few differences there in the number of scoring shots.
Yeah, Myponga that time from the kick in just played on and took the ball down with 2 long kicks, and the Encounter Bay defence was found floundering then, and once Myponga grabbed the ball, they had players to choose from, And in the end, it was a good mark from Spinks in front of Hamish Tonkin. He doesn't get outmarked very often, but he just out of position, and a good kick and a good mark. As play restarts, and the ball comes down here to Horrocks. He's well tackled, and we will do it all again. So the sun's out now, and the sky's clearing. Had a bit of cloud earlier, and tapped here from Tonkin, looking for his brother in Hamish. He gets a handball across, comes across, can't grab hold of Spinks. He comes across to Ben Kennedy. Ben Kennedy goes across to Proud. Proud goes back to Kennedy. Kennedy going around the circle, comes back to Kelly. Kelly, that's a worm burner. Well picked up there by Trevina. He goes in with a long pot shot at goal. Is it going to bounce right? No. It's going to bounce straight, and straight through the points. Myponga get their second behind. They go to 2-2. Encounter Bay 1-6.
Encounter Bay kicked the ball back in. Been marked down there by, is it Ryan Pearsons?
I reckon that's Hills.
It's Hills, yeah. Hills has got it. He puts it on the boot, kicks
there's
it
a free
off.
kick.
There's a free kick. I mean, I don't think you can do that. Just jump up his back when the ball is nowhere near there. And the marker's gone out here to Tonkin, the free kick. He's got it. It goes over here to Encounter Bay to Fraser Tonkin.
Pepper. He's taken another one.
And Pepper's got one. He's going to find it hard to kick it from there. Comes in. That's he didn't drop that ball properly on his boot.
And Middleton getting held on to.
And Middleton's inside the 50 here. Out over there, and that was given away. And that was that one there was Pearson's, wasn't it?
No, it's Alsford. Ball being thrown back in here in 20 metres out around from the Encounter Bay goal. Tap down from Middleton to Benny Davis, and he can't find the middle of the goals. He puts Encounter Bay's 7th behind on the board. Encounter Bay go to 1-7. Still trailing Myponga 2-2. Ball gets kicked in here by Hedger. Goes short, almost a mark over the top there to Middleton. Runs onto, and he's going to come up with a free kick. So a free kick here to Mason Middleton, 25 metres out, pretty much directly in front of goal. A dangerous kick in there from Myponga, and it hasn't come off this time, and Encounter Bay have come up with a free kick. This to put them back in front here at the 8-minute mark of the second term, and a player of Middleton's calibre should be able to go back and slot this one. Comes in easily, and
wasn't that easy?
It was a lazy runner.
It was, wasn't it?
And it was a lazy kick in the end.
It was a walk-up, not a runner.
Scores a level now at the Encounter Bay Oval. 1-8 to Encounter Bay, 2-2 to Myponga, and Encounter Bay should be 3 or 4 goals in front at this stage.
Oh, they should be there. They've just thrown the game away so far. From the kick in from Myponga down there, over it goes, and almost a mark taken by Encounter Bay. It's not though. They'll get it back again. Back it comes, and there's Myponga players out there everywhere just lining up to pick it up, and they've come in now. That's gone across the ground with it, and Myponga will go down the far side of the ground. They've got another player lining up there. There's a free kick, bit of a push out.
Paid the mark that time.
And the marker's gone out here to, that's Harrison Cock. Cock's got it, kicks it further down the ground at the back of the pack. It was almost taken by the Bays, but this one's going to go right down the ground, and that is Flintham that kicked the ball down there then, and they're trying to get it back, and it'll take a while to get it back from over that far side. And
right, it's Ryan Pearson's.
Huh?
Ryan Pearson's with the ball now. Oh, it's a shocking kick. Kicked it straight to Lang. Hit him on the chest, lace out, and Lang will go back from 50 metres out, drives it in long, looking for a teammate, can't find him. Carroll there tackling the Encounter Bay player, and they jump on him, and should have been. That's what happens. We've seen a few short kicks in the back lines today, and they haven't come off. So Encounter Bay comes across here. I think that's Walker picks it up. He gets the handball out. Well, no, it was Collins, sorry. And comes across here to Trevina. Trevina snaps around the corner, but standing on the goal line there for Encounter Bay is Lockie Williams, and the player wants to hurry up and get back to the top of the 9 as Williams plays on, goes long down the line. Whoa, and that's
he's giving it away.
That was a bit of a kamikaze fly there from Connor Hills that time. Hurt himself, I think, in the end. And Ogilvy with it here for Myponga. Goes in, chips it short, looking for Sampson or Scott, is it? I think it's Scott. And Jaden Scott has taken a mark, and he'll go back and have a shot from about 30 metres out on a pretty tight angle. Now, I think he's a left footer. So for a left footer, this is always a tough shot here at Encounter Bay.
But this was the player that kicked about 5 or 6 goals in the association match.
Comes in, and he's a right footer. Should be a relatively straightforward kick for a right footer, and it is. He goes.
Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fluorio furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal, and is open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
Wasn't working at Wollonga. Wollonga 56-point leaders over Yank. Strathalbyn 65-point leaders over Goolwa. Victor Harbour still 16-point leaders over McLaren, and Mount Compass and Langhorne Creek Mount Compass are 6-point leaders there. And we've got a free kick, an advantage here to Crispin out of the middle. He comes down looking for Brown. Brown trying to run onto it, carries it over the boundary line, and we will have a throw in here just around from the 50-metre arc for Encounter Bay. And this is Kieran Garrett on the boundary here. Another.
He's growing a foot.
His throw-ins are great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Lang picks it up here. Oh, comes across. Almost could have got a free kick for too high. There, Sam Kennedy picks it up. Got a handball out, the umpire said. Then horse collar tackle there on Spinks. And we've got an advantage call. No, it's going to be brought back. Settle things down here. And this is Kane Spinks. He plays on to Ben Kennedy. Kennedy just gets a kick away in time. Williams from behind on Carroll. Carroll gets tackled, gets a handball out. Comes across to Fraser Tonkin. He goes back looking for Williams, but Lang gets it for Myponga. Williams is then tackled by Sam Kennedy. And the ball's now at half forward here for Myponga. In the glaring sunshine of the Encounter Bay Oval. Beautiful day for football here on the south coast. Crispin gets it, worm-burners it along the ground. Sampson picks it up for Myponga, gets around his opponent too easily there. Go long into full forward, but Baldock standing there on his own in front of Flintham. And he'll take an easy relieving mark for Encounter Bay. He's going to come out wide. Not a lot to kick to out here, so goes to Willoughby. He comes back into Tonkin. Tonkin gets around, just comes out wide looking for Alsford, but he's the short man there. Whitford was the tall one and reaches in over the top and takes quite an easy mark. He goes 10 metres to the side and kicks it to Spinks. And Myponga happy just to have control of the ball. He's looking to go sideways, but comes around, plays on, goes long down the line, looking for Whitford again.
Spoiled each other, I think.
Did. Encounter Bay player there's tackled by Sam Kennedy again. Then Myponga lock it inside their half. Ball being played mostly in their half this quarter. You'd think there was a 5-goal breeze blowing that in, but there's not. As Ben Kennedy runs in, kicks it backwards, but finds a teammate there. And that player is Kempster. Kempster can't find a teammate. Comes across the ground here. And that's Carroll picking it up. Well, just put off the kick there. And picked up for Encounter Bay by Walker. He goes down, finds Horrocks. Horrocks plays, he's called to play on, did play on. Comes across the middle of the ground. Player can't mark that one. Comes out wide, just gets around the tackler. Comes out wide to Middleton. Middleton takes a strong mark there in front of Clark. Umpire says get back on your mark. Middleton held up now, but will go out wide to Eli Horrocks. And Eli will wheel around onto this left boot. The man on the mark knows he's going to do that, so edging around. Comes around inside, and a player there, that's James Brown for Encounter Bay, takes an easy, uncontested mark about 45 metres out from goal.
I mean, Encounter Bay are sticking with them, but just missing easy shots.
They are. And, this to even the scores back up. Nice looking kick, but it's just going to fade at the last minute.
The post.
And Encounter Bay, they'll go to 1-9. It's trailing Myponga 3-2. So a 5-point margin here, and we've gone 16 minutes in this second quarter here at the Encounter Bay Oval. And Hedger bringing it in for Myponga. Plays on, goes short, well, not short, but low. And Ben Kennedy takes a mark. He'll go out wide here and looking for his brother in Sam. Sam Kennedy goes long down the wing looking for Scott. Scott takes it on the second grab, right in front of the crowd here at Encounter Bay Oval. He goes long down looking for a teammate. Haverty runs onto it. He can't get away. Well tackled. And we will have a ball up here 25 metres out from the Myponga goal.
Umpire throws it up. Up it goes. Up goes Tonkin for the knock again. Did not get the knock. Just kept the ball into a spot where it is again, and it will be thrown up. The umpire goes back, tosses the ball up down there, and here's a chance for the Encounter Bay player running through down there. Is he going to get the free kick or give it away? Nope.
Encounter Bay free kick.
Encounter Bay's got the free kick. Tonkin kicks it across the ground, and the mark has been taken out there by
Aylesford.
Aylesford, is it? That's a new one. And he's got it down the ground it goes, and there's a mark again. That's Middleton, and he's got a chance here, but he couldn't get the last one, and he's a bit further out this time. Just puts it up in the air. I can't see what he was on about there, because it was not going to be an easy mark for any of those forwards then. Here it goes, and the player out there comes down from Encounter Bay. He gets a hand pass back again. Was blocked off the boot though, and there's a dump, and the player's going to get a free kick. And a free kick there to Myponga, and that was Sampson, and the ball now goes over that far side. The sun's out, almost in the player's eyes then, and way go Myponga with it. And if they can get this one down the ground, it could probably be another goal come to them, and if they can get it there quickly, that's going to be what happened earlier in this quarter.
Low scoring game here at the Encounter Bay Oval, and what is a beautiful day for football. The Oval's in great nick as the ball comes back in, and Crispin running onto it here for Encounter Bay. He comes across to Tonkin. Running down there was Hills for Encounter Bay, and it goes out wide. Middleton's taken another mark. Him and Pepper taking a lot of marks today between the two of them, and unfortunately hasn't gone onto the scoreboard for Encounter Bay from that. And it comes across looking for Pepper, and just as we speak of him, he's taken another one.
He's having a field day today, isn't he?
He's him and Middleton. They would have taken a dozen marks between them so far, and they just haven't transferred that to the scoreboard so far. But,
and he might transfer another point to
this one. I mean, if he's got the distance, well, the accuracy shouldn't be a problem. He's 40 metres out. The man on the mark's 40 metres out, so he's going to have to kick at 45. But going on his kick earlier, he's got the distance in him. It's just a matter of the accuracy as he comes in, crosses the centre square line on that cricket pitch here at Encounter Bay, crosses the 50-metre arc, and kicks it. It's just drifted off to the left-hand side, and Encounter Bay, they go to 1 goal 10, and trailing Myponga 3 goal 2. So 4 goals and a half a footy. It's fairly low scoring as the ball comes in here to Ogilvie. Ogilvie goes long down the line looking for Whitford. Encounter Bay player gets across in front of it. Haverty running onto the ball for Myponga. He can't get it in before it goes over the line, and we will have a boundary thrown right in front of the barbecue shed here at the Encounter Bay Oval, and a beautiful throw in there by Ricey. Comes across to Proud for Myponga. He grabs it, is well tackled, and the umpire will ball it up. And a lot of players around the ball at this point in time, so someone needs to picked up by Christophers. He gets it out there to that player it was Ryan Pearson's for Encounter Bay. Running onto it is Sampson for Myponga. Goes short, finds Proud, and Proud goes long down the line here looking for Haverty. Haverty gets Trevina gets a hand to it. Can't get to. Walker picks it up for Encounter Bay. He's tackled. Comes across to Williams. Williams goes back to that looked like Christopher's for Encounter Bay. Comes eventually to Horrocks. Horrocks on his right boot, which we don't see too often. Comes across here to running onto that ball there for Encounter Bay. Looked like Pearson's. Yeah. And I think the umpire's going to give him a free kick for says he was legged. And Ryan Pearson's will go back, and generally he's a pretty good kick for goal. So we'll see. Maybe there's a funneling breeze out there or something that we can't really tell from here. But Pearson's will go back. He's got to kick this 45 metres, and should have the distance in him, I would think. So it's just a matter of accuracy, and he'll come in across the 50-metre arc and try and put Encounter Bay's second goal on the board for I reckon that one was touched off the boot. No, it wasn't touched off the boot. It was just a terrible kick.
It was a shocking kick. Well, he can't kick this football either. So
maybe we need a new ball.
I think so. Anyway, the kick now is on that far side of the ground down there by Myponga. There's a mark being paid to Myponga though. And they've got this. If they can get this out in the open again, they got it out in the open all right, but it didn't do them any good because it's been marked
Maxie
again
Collins.
by Maxie Collins, and he's a long way away from goals out there at the moment, and the ball now is back in. Is that a mark? It's been
Williams.
Played. So Williams got it. There's Lockie Williams. They try to do these little half kicks that just don't work. Here's a chance now again. The ball was stopped. It's picked up now by Encounter Bay. The little two-foot kick, and the ball now is kept in. No. It's off of someone's hand, I would think, and it will be thrown in again. Is this Ricey with the ball?
Certainly is.
He gets a nice height with the ball. Anyway, it's a good throw in. Over the back of the pack it goes, and there was a kick down the ground there by Daniel, and for Myponga, and the ball's back again in Encounter Bay scoring area here. Oh, he set him up nicely. Then he didn't know that there was a player right behind him, and the umpire blows it up and says, "I'll throw it up." Which is what he'll do.
I got a free kick to Encounter Bay. Advantage taken. And we got a goal. This looks like a goal to Encounter Bay. Oh, no, it's a point.
That's just another point. What's that about? 1 goal 12 or something?
1 goal 11.
1 goal 11. That's 12 shots for 1 goal.
And Hedger has had a lot of kicking practice so far in this match. Let's see if we can find someone with this one. Goes short out wide looking for Sampson and finds him.
There's no one out there.
25 minutes gone. Can't be much time left in this second quarter. Not a lot of goals kicked for there to be too much time. Oh, as Kennedy flies high, can't grab it, picks it up on the second occasion.
And there's the siren.
Half-time siren. And Encounter Bay, they trail Myponga by 3 solitary points. And 1 goal 11, trailing Myponga 3 goal 2. So Myponga 3-point leaders at half-time, just in the other games. Wollonga 88-point leaders over Yankalilla. Strathalbyn 74-point leaders over Gore. Victor Harbour 21-point leaders over Myponga, over McLaren nearing half-time. And Langorn Creek, they've hit the lead against Mount Compass by 1 solitary point. So, and that is at half-time. So Langorn Creek in a low-scoring affair over there as well. So a couple of close ones here in round 15 of Great Southern Football.
Well, it's time now for a half-time hub. Our half-time hub guest today is Christina Littley, and we'll be interested to hear all the things that she does of a Saturday.
Do you want instant cash? Drop off your deposit bottles and cans and scrap metal today at South Coast Recycling and Scrap Metals depots in Victor Harbour, Goolwa and Yankalilla. South Coast Recycling and Scrap Metals depots offer undercover drop-off facilities, and the Goolwa depot is open 7 days a week. To see opening times, the latest prices and the items that can be dropped off for recycling, visit southcoastrecycle.com.au. Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 161 Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Let's talk about your new shed. You want it tough. You want it to look good. You want it to last for years. You want ShedX Fluorio, the experts in design and construct. If you can dream the shed, they can build the shed. Dream it, design it, build it with ShedX Fluorio. From initial design through to finished construction, your project is in trusted hands with ShedX Fluorio. Quality workmanship and experience you can trust. ShedXFluorio.com.au.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sale options, and they also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fluorio. They're in your field.
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field.
Well, welcome to our halftime hub today, and our guest today is Christina Littley. So welcome, Christina.
Thank you.
And you're one of these people that have been in the town only a short time, but you've done a lot of things in the town in that time. You've always got yourself doing something.
Yes, I'm always busy. I think that's the community spirit down here. So people always encourage you and pull you in, even if you might not want to do it.
So where did you come from to come down here?
Well, I met my husband Brian in Adelaide, and I moved down to the local farm, family farm down here. So we established here, but we'd been in Alice Springs prior to that, and
working with it.
Yeah, both. Brian was the editor of the paper up there, and I was running a hotel up there. So we brought Marley up there so that she could grow up. That's my daughter, and then decided when we returned that we'd probably finish bringing her up down here. So with the community,
it's probably a better area here for that, isn't it?
Currently, yes. Yep, definitely. At the time when we were living there wasn't so much trouble, but there is quite a bit now. So
Did you play any sport up there?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Didn't get involved with sport at all?
No, we got involved in football when we were up there. in the red tails and pink tails, and I think the red tails have actually come down and played Encounter Bay here before. Yeah. So we got involved with those guys when we were up there with the footy. So Brian played some footy up there as well. So
when you come back around this way, you got involved with the Encounter Bay Football Club.
I did.
I suppose you couldn't go anywhere else.
No.
With a name like Littley, could you?
No, I don't think. I don't think I was
get
allowed
excommunicated,
to.
wouldn't you?
I think so. That would be from Brian and his family. They very much wanted me involved in the club. So yeah.
So you came back and you got involved with the club fairly quickly. Did you take up a position like treasurer at the Encounter Bay Football Club?
I think you might have been talking to somebody prior.
No, I was talking to you.
Yes. So I just turned up for a coffee at the barbecue shed one morning to watch football, and Richard started talking to me about, you want to get involved and be the treasurer here, and I was like, oh, sure, why not?
Yeah.
So that's how that started.
Yeah, but I mean that's very difficult to get people to take on jobs like that, and obviously it wasn't too hard for you.
It was difficult because I didn't really know anybody out in the club. But once you see, it was a good way of making friends. I worked from home, so I didn't really have an opportunity to have work friends here, and it was a good way to start to be involved with the community, being at the club, and being with family as well.
So what were you doing down here then as work? Were you
I was working,
out of work or?
No, I was working from home for a travel company right up till COVID hit. So. And then the travel company sort of went a bit quiet. Obviously, couldn't travel anywhere.
You couldn't go anywhere, even if you wanted to.
Yes, so work sort of dried up a little bit, and then I ended up coming back down and working at the pub Hotel Victor.
And you're still all this time doing volunteer job?
Yep. Still do a lot of volunteer work, I think. So,
what sort of things were you doing?
I got conned into working as a volunteer at the tennis club, and because Marley plays tennis there, and obviously Back Valley is sort of part and parcel with Encounter Bay. So I'm the junior coordinator for the tennis club there and look after the juniors, which we had a bit of success this year.
A bit of a coach as well?
Oh, I've never really played tennis. But I am a coach now. I'm a coach. I decided last year that I wanted to do something for myself rather than stand on the sidelines and watch. So I went and enrolled in the coaching and took on my first under-14s team last year. So for Encounter Bay.
Very successful?
No, we weren't that successful last year, but this year we weren't too bad. We got in the semi-finals for the carnival that just happened. So
this is the women's football team.
Yeah, for the women's footy. Yeah, and I think we did quite well this year. So for the juniors.
But you're still in it, aren't you?
So we're still in it now.
Playing tomorrow?
Yes. Our Stingrays girls, with the merger that we had with Yankalilla and Encounter Bay, inaugural year. All of the girls have worked really hard, not knowing each other very well, and they've worked really hard, and we're in the semi-finals tomorrow, or prelim finals, for both under-17s and A grade.
Well, both teams?
Yes, both teams.
What do you reckon your chances are of getting one of them in?
I actually think we're pretty good. I think we're up against McLaren. McLaren got slaughtered here last week, so I think they'd be trying to get a few points back for that, but I think we're on a high, so I think our A grade will get over tomorrow. Under-17s is against Victor. Victor have been strong all year, so we can't take them for granted, but you never know, we might have two in. So
well, there's only 2 out of 2, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
And what's happening with the other games that's on tomorrow? Is there some other games as well?
No, I think that's it. So there's just the 2 prelims. So we've got
only the 2 prelims.
Yep. So we had our big game here last Sunday. So that was the four games for the 2 A grade and the 2 under-17s, and now we're in the semis. So we have against Wollonga, against McLaren, and then against Victor tomorrow. So
be a big party if you get up and win the A grade, won't it?
Yes. I've said to the team that if we do get into the grand final, that I will put on a Stingrays costume and I will get out there and do a little bit of a dance. So
you reckon that's going to make them all want to get there?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it might just be a bit of fun. So I said I'm their #1 cheerer. So
So you got a few cheerers. You'll have a few cheerers tomorrow, surely.
Surely we've got a few cheerers coming on. Hopefully we can get a few more. Be good to see some of the base supporters coming down, and I know that some of the young people are coming down. We've got some KI supporters as well, because we've got,
you've got a couple of KI players.
Yeah, we've got a couple of KI players in. So we are definitely a merged team. So lots of support everywhere.
You went from last year from almost nothing.
Correct.
You got gathered around and got them going.
And
got them interested in joining up with Yankalua.
Yeah. It was big support from Todd at the Bays here. He was pushing it because we were going to struggle again this year, not having the opens last year and not having the under 17s, and then you lose your juniors that way as well.
You lose the run of it, don't you?
Yeah. So I had a chat to my husband's uncle Richard Litley from here, and he talked to me a lot about junior programs, and we went from 8 to 10 girls last year to a full 25 this year. So that is with the help of Yank, but it's good to have that junior program because that's where it starts.
The people are around there if someone wants to get out and
get
them going.
Yeah.
And you seem like the person that's got to get out and get them going.
It's good. It's been good. I've seen a lot of these girls come a long way, and it's nice to see a couple of them go up into under 17s and compete in under 17s, and again next year we'll have a few go up, but they're looking at bringing in a under 11s next season and actually making the under 14s competitive. So that should be quite interesting.
This is something else for you to work to.
Something else.
You haven't got enough.
No, never enough. Well, I can't play football, so I may as well just help out where I can.
Have you tried?
I did a little bit of pre-season this year, but decided against it. It was probably a few hard hits, maybe.
Well, that's the way to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's good to see that you're out and active in it, and it just shows you sometimes if someone gets off their bum and does a few things, you can get things to work.
Yeah, and we've got such big support from both presidents. The Yankalilla president Adrian, he's been great. He's really helped us out, and Craig, the other women's coordinator over there. We've just got so much support, and it's just for making sure that our girls can actually go out and have a game.
Yeah.
And play good footy. And now we're in the semis.
We're in the semis.
It's a success to us.
It's a success. A win tomorrow when you're in the grand final.
Geez, wouldn't it be nice? Yes, yeah. I think we're there.
We'll live stream the game the next week.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway, good to catch up with you anyway, Christine.
Thank you very much for having me today.
It looks like the players want to get out there, and I think we should let Encounter Bay have a few more kicks at goal, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Because the way they go, it's pretty hard.
That was a bit of a shocker, wasn't it?
1 goal 9.
Yeah.
And probably half of those could have been goals, and they could have had a good lead up. But anyway, we'll give them a bit more time to have a couple more kicks.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks, Christina.
Thanks so much
today,
for having us.
And thanks for your efforts and volunteering.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for having me, and go Stingrays tomorrow.
This has been our Halftime Hub with Christina Litley.
Happy FM's Halftime Hub, brought to you by FP Ag. We're in your field.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sale options, and they also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu. They're in your field. Don't be the next victim of a home invasion.
Pull over. Let's rob this joint.
Great Southern Security will install a home security system with monitored alarm to protect your home or business. They also provide CCTV, mobile patrols, cash transit, event security and a test and tag service.
Looks like this place has got its own secretary.
What do you mean, secretary?
That sign.
You idiot, that's security. This place has got an alarm.
Visit greatsouthern.security.com.au.
With over 180 years of farming family know-how behind us, ProStock Livestock will help you with all your livestock needs. ProStock will get you the best price for your livestock when buying or selling, and will even help you muster and transport them. Wherever you are across the Fleurieu Peninsula or anywhere in South Australia, we'll offer you the highest quality, professional yet personal service. So give ProStock Livestock a call to discuss your needs today. Visit us online at prostock.com.au.
Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal, and is open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
Today between Myponga, Sellicks and Encounter Bay from the lovely oval there with the great new club rooms that have been done up through lots and lots of voluntary hours. Back now to both Kevin and Ian Curran.
Thanks, Ian. As the siren goes to start the second half, and Tonkin wins the tap down there to Tonkin, and comes out here to another Tonkin, all involved at the first 10 seconds of the third quarter. He goes long down and can't find anyone. Ogilvy at the back of the pack there for Myponga. Takes a simple mark on his chest in the end. He'll go short looking for, and can't find Cock. He comes across to Brown for Encounter Bay. He goes to Pepper, and Kyron Pepper takes a mark 25 metres out directly in front here. And in the first 30 seconds of the third quarter, Encounter Bay have a chance to take the lead back.
Yeah, a chance to double their goal score.
One goal for the first half and a lot of points. But maybe the third quarter will be where they start kicking some goals. Pepper throws the grass up. I'm not sure that there's much breeze out there at the moment. Just been outside, and there's certainly not enough that you would think would affect the kick. Let's see if they can get the ball spinning right in this third quarter. A slow run up. Takes his full 30 seconds. Oh, he can't. He's be lucky to score there, and goes across the face. And the inaccurate kicking continues for Encounter Bay in this third quarter, and they add a point to their tally. They go to 1 goal 12. Myponga 3 goals 2. Hedger looking into the sun here, working out where he's going to go for Myponga. Runs out and plays on. Ooh, he ran his full distance there. He almost. There's an arc there though, so he must have been just inside the arc when he kicked that. Only finds Baldock for Encounter Bay. He gets in the way. Good overhead mark. He goes short looking for Davis, can't find him. Goes up with one hand, can't bring it down. And Encounter Bay player falls on top of that one. And we will have a ball up here on the 50 arc for Encounter Bay.
It was Ryan Pearson's that did that, fell over on top of it, but the umpire wasn't going to fall for that one. And the ball now across the boundary line and out of bounds. And how many shots do you need to get another goal here?
Well, quite a few apparently.
This is a lot. Anyway, Ricey's got the ball now, throws it in, a good throw in, almost threw the ball into the goal square. He threw it that far. A hand pass down there by Myponga, keeps the ball out. Back they go again, put the ball down, and that was Lanky, as they call him. He missed the ball then, and that is a shocking kick down the ground, and it might set the player up out there. Okay, perhaps they'll go down and get a quick goal down here, and this could happen now. And this is what happens when you keep missing shots.
Yeah, it only takes one quick foray down the other end, and Ben Kennedy, he's not going to kick that one, so he handballs to his brother Sam, and that's gone
A goal.
straight through the middle, and, well, that's deflating for Encounter Bay.
FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sale options, and they also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu. They're in your field.
The game, otherwise they look like probably getting one hell of a belting, I would think. Anyway, the umpire comes in, throws the ball up in the centre of the ground again. Down it goes on the ground. And Myponga are trying to get it out. They can't get it out the pack. And the umpire will come back and throw it in again. Out they go. Knockout's gone over to Encounter Bay out there, and the ball goes over to Fraser Tonkin, and it's left now to Myponga to get it back, and that was almost a mark then to Myponga too. But anyway, here's a chance now for Encounter Bay to get that ball down towards centre half forwards, and play up there. Is that a free kick? It was a free kick, and it's gone there to Encounter Bay. And if one of their team can mark it here,
Kyron Pepper again.
Kyron Pepper's got it now. Ken Kyron, what's he kicked so far?
Oh, I reckon he would have kicked 4 points and an out in the full, I reckon.
Well, surely he can't kick it out in the full.
He's taken some marks though. He's if he'd kick straight, he'd be the best man on the ground at this stage. He's clunked them from everywhere. If his kicking was as good as his marking, he'd be Encounter Bay would be 6 goals up.
Yeah, well, they're not. They're not even close.
No. 25 metres out, well, 20 metres out directly in front, this one. He goes back and he's put this one through. So Encounter Bay...
Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal, and is open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
What else? What we've got elsewhere around the country with the amount of rain we've had, and well, to only see 6 goals on the board 10 minutes into the third quarter, you would think we would.
On a day like this,
you'd think we would have had a rainstorm or something. But
yeah,
anyway, ball back in the middle of the ground.
Be like a ploughed paddock, wouldn't you?
And Tonkin gets that one down to Crispin. Crispin goes long down full forward, and why wouldn't you when you've got 2 marking targets down there? Comes out the wide to Davis. He can't get hold of it. Ball goes in. Pepper picks it up. He's going to handball over the top here. Handball was smothered. Comes back around to Davis, and eventually it's
another point.
Stuffed around with that one, and they go to 2 goal 13. A point now behind Myponga, 4 goal 2, and Hedger will run out of the goal square, runs his full measure, kicks and finds Spinks. Spinks not sure where to go, looking to go short. Eventually though he'll go a little bit longer down wide, looking for Carroll, and Carroll gets over the back of the pack and takes a chest mark falling to the ground. He's looking to go short, but that's gives up on that idea. Now umpire calls him to play on, goes long this time, looking for Scott over the back of the pack, gets 2 hands to it, can't mark it. Hills for Encounter Bay, picks it up, goes to Christopher's. He goes down and finds Middleton. He runs onto it, picks it up nicely. Bad handball over the top though. Lang there fighting for it with Crispin. They're a couple of terriers, and
Crispin.
Well, both don't want to give that away, even though the umpires called for a ball up. Neither of them still want to give that ball up.
They didn't even want to give it up, did they?
And in the end, we'll have another ball up. And Crispin dives on it there, gets a handball out, comes across to Tonkin, can't find his brother. Eventually he does, picks it up, snaps around the corner. And Clark runs onto it for Myponga. Encounter Bay player A little bit harsh
Holding the
there,
ball.
but he did swing his boot at it and didn't get a kick, so I suppose you could say that incorrect disposal of the football. And Kennedy here for Myponga, he'll go out wide, and a couple having a wrestle out there. Neither of them can get it. 2-on-1 there for Myponga. Coming here to, well tackled by Walker there from Encounter Bay, was Kelly for Myponga, and we have a stalemate. Ball will be thrown up out in front of the club rooms here at Encounter Bay. Comes across there to Walker for Encounter Bay. He grubbers it along the ground. That'll get touched over the boundary line, and we'll have this one thrown back into play right in front of the coaches' boxes. Those new coaches' boxes there at Encounter Bay, which are pretty luxurious, where the coaches get to sit up. As compared to most of the ovals where they're at ground level. But ball come out now, and that's a very high kick in there, and ball, no one can really run onto it. Comes out here to Hedger for Myponga. He goes into the middle of the ground. Here's a chance for Tonkin for Encounter Bay. He goes, and he's hit the post.
Well, they've done everything so far.
2 goal, 14, 16 scoring attempts, plus a couple out in the full to 6, and scores a level here again at the Encounter Bay Oval.
You would have thought in the third quarter 2 goals, 16, and you'd be level.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ponga are about to put this ball back into play again, going over the clubroom side with it this time, and the back of the pack, it's taken down there by Encounter Bay player. He's pushed on the ground. Here's a chance now for Myponga to go back right down to their scoring area. If they can pick it up, they do. Coming past down there, there's a player running into the goals for them, and he has missed also. It's catching Ian.
It is. Jake Scott, that one was. Normally he's a pretty good shot for goal too. Willoughby runs in, kicks it out, grubbers it out to a teammate there in Tonkin. He somehow gets it across to Williams. Williams runs around, breaks a tackle, and then kicks it into the man, kicks it into an opponent. That's Riley Williams that time, and then he tackles his opponent. There's players over there everywhere, and we're going to have another ball up. So a fairly sloppy start to this third quarter, even though we've got a goal on the board each. And the ball will come over Willoughby and Haverty there. Haverty gets a handball out looking for Kennedy. Cock breaks one. He gets a handball out. The ball will almost go over the boundary line here, will it? Eventually it will. Hasn't gone out with a handball or a kick, so it's not last touch as many think. It's actually got to be a disposal, so that one wasn't. And we'll have a throw in. The ball boundary umpire gets it back in quickly with a bit of a flat throw in. Comes across to Horrocks. He goes with a handball across to Alsford. Well picked up there by Encounter Bay player in Horrocks, the other Horrocks. He goes long down the line looking for Middleton. 3-on-1 there, and somehow got the ball to the ground. Running onto it there was Boyce for Encounter Bay. He'll run it over the boundary line. And some quick ball movement there sees it down just inside the 50-metre arc for Encounter Bay. And, trailing by that 1 point here at the moment. Ball comes down and Myponga gets a boot. Player gets a boot to it, comes down there looking for Flintham and a teammate. There's a Myponga player there run into a pretty hard hip, I reckon, and that one hurt. And now we've got a free kick to Willoughby here for Encounter Bay and a 25-metre penalty. Not quite sure what happened there, but could have been someone saying something. Could have been someone not kicking the ball away. And Willoughby with a lace-out pass hits Middleton. Beautiful mark out in front of the face. And he'll go back. This is the spot they've been having trouble from, though. I think Pepper's had about 3 shots. Middleton had a couple of shots in the last quarter at the other end.
This could put him in front.
Well, the scores will at least be level after this kick. So we've got a game on our hands here at the Encounter Bay Oval. They're not going to allow themselves to be kicked off the park here, and they could be in front halfway through the third quarter.
He's wasting his bit of time there, kicking with what breeze there is. There's a long shot in,
and that's
a point. Another one. So what's that here?
2 goal 15 to Encounter Bay, 4 goal 3 to Myponga, and ball comes back in here, and Middleton just gets a hand to it. Christopher's gets it across here to Horrocks, and Horrocks has taken a mark too far out to score, runs around, wheels around onto his left boot, and he's got a goal, and somehow got that one through. Of all the ones they've missed, Horrocks has kicked one.
Don't be the next victim of a home invasion.
Pull over. Let's rob this joint.
Great Southern Security will install a home security system with monitored alarm to protect your home or business. They also provide CCTV, mobile patrols, cash transit, event security and a text and tag service.
Looks like this place has got its own secretary.
What do you mean, secretary?
That sign.
You idiot, that's security. This place has got an alarm.
Visit greatsouthern.security.com.au.
Well, they do, but they haven't been cooking it this afternoon, have they? Anyway, the umpire throws the ball up again in the centre. Up it goes, down it goes, and then I think Myponga now have realised they've got a game on their hands. Player then, he could have been grabbed hold of if it come near him, and over the top it goes, and the ball spilled down there, and the Encounter Bay player jumps up, grabs hold of it, then lays on top of it. Umpire throws it up again. Here's a chance now for Myponga to get the ball down the ground. They've got the numbers. Encounter Bay got the numbers out there to stop it, and it goes out. I think he might get an FAD down here, and there's a Fraser Tonkin now has got himself a kick over the top. It's gone over there to Jack Crispin, and down the ground it's gone to Ogilvy, is it?
Kennedy now. It's Carroll for Myponga now. He goes long down the wing, looking for Scott. Scott up in front, takes a nice mark out in front that time. Hurt the Encounter Bay player as well in that contest. And now comes down looking for Kennedy and Trevina. Kennedy runs onto it over the back of the pack and grubbers it along the ground. And Jason Dunster wouldn't be happy with that one. That was the dribble kick, and the dribble kick didn't work. It went behind the stick. And Myponga, 4 goal 4. Trailing Encounter Bay, 3 goal 15, as Tonkin gets it from the kick in. Hamish Tonkin it is. Goes to his brother. Ooh, almost sets him up, but takes a mark there in front of his opponent in Ogilvy. Umpire not happy with the Encounter Bay player running through the mark. It comes across, good mark there to, that looks like, not sure from Myponga, Spinks. It's Kempster it was, goes to Spinks. Spinks runs in, kicks it in, looking, Kennedy's going to take a jump over the back and picks it up. Williams with a long torp that time out. That's gone 55, 60 metres, but only Myponga player there running onto it, and comes back to Clark. Clark will go out wide and find Spinks by the looks of it, and he goes short, can't find a teammate there, handballs it back to him, and that kick smothered, gets it back luckily. Luck's a fortune, goes to Kempster, then he'll get it back again here, comes out wide looking for, this is Ogilvy. Ogilvy will get a handball across to Sampson. Sampson will run in, have a bounce, try and run around his Encounter Bay opponent, runs himself to the boundary line, kicks it into the goal square, and too many Encounter Bay players there, and one of the best overhead marks in the league is Baldock, and that's his safe pair of hands. Mark that for Encounter Bay. He comes out to Collins. Collins will go back and settle things down here for Encounter Bay. Takes his time, and we'll go long down the line. Marking target here is Middleton. Almost hits him in the face that time. Comes to Crispin. Crispin's getting tackled, picked up there by his teammate in Tonkin, and Tonkin
well making sure it didn't come out too.
Spinks runs onto it here for Myponga, gets around on his left boot, goes down looking for Scott. Will he run onto it here? No, that for Encounter Bay was Walker. Walker gets a handball across back to Baldock. Baldock goes down the middle. That's going to bounce all over the head of the Myponga opponent. Good tackle there by Clark. Brings his opponent to ground, and we will have a ball up right in the middle of the ground, and I reckon we can't be away. Well, we've gone over halfway of this third quarter here at Encounter Bay. Tonkin kicks it down for Encounter Bay. Ball goes inside 50, running onto it there. That was Davis. Benny Davis for Encounter Bay. Kicks their fourth goal. And after all the easy shots they've missed, they've kicked a couple of crackers from almost on the 50 metre.
Don't be the next victim of a home invasion.
Pull over. Let's rob this joint.
Great Southern Security will install a home security system with monitored alarm to protect your home or business. They also provide CCTV, mobile patrols, cash transit, event security and a text and tag service.
Looks like this place has got its own secretary.
What do you mean, secretary?
That sign.
You idiot, that's security. This place has got an alarm.
Visit greatsouthern.security.com.au.
Looking for in Williams, and there's a free kick, easy free kick against Kennedy. He keeps flying.
They want to fly all the time, don't they? I mean, it's not.
That's hard to stand in front of the pack sometimes, but Walker did well, and he'll get the free kick here for Encounter Bay. So that would have been a nice knee in the back of the kidneys there, or.
Yeah, well, he really didn't have much chance of marking it, did he?
No, he was up before acceptances. Yeah. Comes out here looking for Hills. Ooh, just beats the spoil. Hills will go short here looking for Tonkin. And that's Callum Tonkin. With a haircut now, Callum Tonkin, they all look the same. Well, Fraser's the only one that stands out, isn't he? And he goes long down looking for, and running onto it there was Encounter Bay player. And he thought he was clearing Pearson's, but was well tackled. Ball now comes to Spinks. Spinks goes high. Spoilt there by Hamish Tonkin that time. Encounter Bay player picks the ball up. He's tackled. And that's Walker, still holding his back, but did well to pick that one up. And Fraser Tonkin handballs that one out there, gets a handball back, comes across looking for Williams, Riley Williams. Dives across
he might
the
have
boundary.
just got away with that.
No, it's going to be
didn't get away with it.
Kick in here for Myponga. Hedger. Come across in the middle looking for Sampson, runs onto it nicely. Gets a handball across to Cock. He'll go back to Sampson. Sampson will run through the middle here. Gets a handball across there again to Kennedy. Kennedy goes in. Scott will run onto it. And that one, they can't miss that one.
No.
And runs into an open goal. Puts Myponga's 5th goal on the board. They get back now to a 4-point margin here, though, to trail Encounter Bay by a mere 4 points, nearing the end of the third quarter.
Tony. Hello.
So the ball there now is on its way back to the centre to be thrown up after that last goal to Myponga.
Trail Encounter Bay by a mere 4 points.
Umpire's got it now in the centre of the ground.
Hello.
Come along and throw it up. Up it goes. In they go. And here's a chance for Encounter Bay to get the ball out. They might get it out here. They do get it out. There's a nice hand pass, goes away down there. Encounter Bay's way. Over the top they go with one, and they run into a goal here, and they could get that one, and that's another goal there to...
Don't be the next victim of a home invasion.
Pull over. Let's rob this joint.
Great Southern Security will install a home security system with monitored alarm to protect your home or business. They also provide CCTV, mobile patrols, cash transit, event security and a text and tag service.
Looks like this place has got its own secretary.
What do you mean, secretary?
That sign.
You idiot, that's security. This place has got an alarm.
Visit greatsouthern.security.com.au.
McLaren and Langhorne Creek keeping their season alive. 9-point leaders over Mount Compass, nearing three-quarter time. So some interesting results today in the Great Southern Football League as the ball comes back into the centre. All goes through Horrocks' hands, picked up by Sampson. He goes down forward, Tonkin in front there for Encounter Bay. And he'll go out wide here to Pearson's. And Pearson, can't be much time left in this third quarter now, so Encounter Bay won't be wanting to give up an easy one here.
Bulldog. Pearson's been kicking today, you wouldn't want to do something like that.
He goes back to Bulldog. Bulldog goes down to Willoughby. Willoughby will go to Horrocks. He's got Williams out wide here for him on his own, and he'll go to him, and a bit of a wobbler, but Lockie Williams will mark that one easily. He goes down the line, and this time he goes to Hills. And Hill's taking his time here for Encounter Bay. He'll go going along there looking for Middleton. Middleton has to spoil that time from behind. Comes to Carroll. Carroll grabs hold of the ball. He's well tackled. And Encounter Bay will be happy with this going into three-quarter time. With this small lead that they've currently got. This 10-point lead. And Tonkin grabs that one. Comes down here. Ball's touched. Umpire's called play on. Myponga player still marks it. And he's well tackled, and we'll have a ball up here with only seconds left of this third quarter, in which Encounter Bay have kicked 4 goals, Myponga 2. Whitford gets the tap down, picked up there by Carroll. He runs into Horrocks. He's going nowhere, and we will have another ball up coming to the close of this third quarter, and that one's kicked around the corner from Kennedy. This may open things up here with only seconds left. They've got to a quick chance to kick this one in quickly, look for a mark, and plays on there. That player is Hills, and only player there is Myponga. Comes around here to Boyce. Hedger picks it up for Myponga. He goes across to Clark. And Clark, the player there was Christopher's. Almost marked it from Encounter Bay. He goes into Tonkin. Fraser Tonkin it is. And his teammates are telling him to settle this one down. There's not long to go. So take your full amount of time and go into three-quarter time with either, you'd think it'll either be an 11-point lead or a 16-point lead.
Well, it's an open shot, isn't it? I mean, it's not like he's way out. Comes in as he's shot.
He's kicked it.
And he's kicked that one. And that was a Tonkin one.
Let's talk about your new shed. You want it tough. You want it to look good. You want it to last for years. You want ShedX Fluorio, the experts in design and construct. If you can dream the shed, they can build the shed. Dream it, design it, build it with ShedX Fluorio. From initial design through to finished construction, your project is in trusted hands with ShedX Fluorio. Quality workmanship and experience you can trust. ShedX Fluorio, FPAgRuralSupplies.com.au.
Kicked, 5 goals this quarter and Myponga 3, so been quite an entertaining quarter of football. Ball's been moving up and down the oval quite nicely, and 8 goals in a quarter.
All day,
8 goals in a quarter is pretty good these days. Ball back in the centre of the ground. Tonkin gets that one down. Players fighting for it in the middle of the ground. And we will reset now. There can't be much time left. We've been going for 27.5 minutes of this one. So and that comes down to Horrocks. He's well tackled. Not much prior opportunity. Ball goes to Crown, and no one can get this one out. And we'll eat up some more time here. And comes down there to Myponga in Proud. He's well tackled, and player did well then. He's pinged him for holding the ball. Swung him. Could in the 3 years ago he would have slammed him into the ground then, but now the players are getting better at knowing that they just can't do that. As the 3/4 time siren goes, Encounter Bay 16-point leaders in this one.
Have a look at that.
And the just going quickly around the grounds, Wollonga and Strathalbyn both well over 100-point leaders.
I've got all the scores here, Ian, at the moment. Wollonga 97-3.
122. Wollonga 122-3. Strath 149-11. Victor Harbour 89-37, so 52-point leaders. So that one all over there, and Victor Harbour showing they're the form team of the competition. And Langhorne Creek 10-point leaders over Mount Compass.
Yes, well, I mean, that's... Encounter Bay could have been 10 goals in front there.
Oh, they could have been.
If they'd have only kicked half those points as goals. But anyway, we'll be back shortly with the last quarter here from the Encounter Bay Oval, with Encounter Bay at the moment 10 points up. Is it 10 points up?
16-point leaders.
16-point leaders over Myponga Sellicks.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 161 Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Don't be the next victim of a home invasion.
Pull over. Let's rob this joint.
Great Southern Security will install a home security system with monitored alarm to protect your home or business. They also provide CCTV, mobile patrols, cash transit, event security and a text and tag service.
Looks like this place has got its own secretary.
What do you mean, secretary?
That sign.
You idiot, that's security. This place has got an alarm.
Visit greatsouthern.security.com.au. FP Ag, the name you can trust for all your farm needs. FP Ag Rural Supplies has the knowledge and know-how to help you improve your production with expert agronomy advice for your pastures, hay production and broadacre cropping, fertiliser advice and spreading, animal health strategies, fencing needs, expert viticultural advice, livestock sale options, and they also offer an on-farm delivery service. FP Ag, with 5 fully stocked branches across the Fleurieu. They're in your field. Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal and is open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
With over 180 years of farming family know-how behind us, ProStock Livestock will help you with all your livestock needs. ProStock will get you the best price for your livestock when buying or selling, and will even help you muster and transport them. Wherever you are across the Fleurieu Peninsula or anywhere in South Australia, we'll offer you the highest quality, professional yet personal service. So give ProStock Livestock a call to discuss your needs today. Visit us online at prostock.com.au.
Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fleurieu furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal and is open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
Oh, Struddy dropped out again. That's dropped out. Yeah,
Sorry guys, and the last quarter starts here at the Encounter Bay Oval. Tonkin picks that one up, goes down, and Horrocks might take the mark there for Encounter Bay. He goes short looking for Brown. Brown can't get there in time. Trevina runs onto it. He handballs it out to Sampson, who runs it over the boundary line. And out of play, and we'll have a ball up, a throw in, just around from the 50-metre arc of the Encounter Bay attacking end. Ball comes in and up from in front there. Neither player can get a hand on that one. Lang picks it up. He tries to burst through. He's well tackled, taken to ground. The umpire will come in and throw this one up. And well, Encounter Bay starting this final quarter with a 16-point lead. Crispin kicks it into the hot spot. Coming out from Encounter Bay, but they can't take a mark. And Sam Kennedy takes the mark there. Goes along looking for Cock, can't find him. Lang runs onto that one for Myponga. He goes to Proud. Proud will go out wide looking for Spinks. Spinks will just outside the 50-metre mark. He goes in looking for Scott over his head. And the umpire will say that Scott infringed on his opponent then, jumped up from behind, didn't get anywhere near the ball, and he's come down, and unfortunately for Myponga, he's looks like he's hurt his ankle here at the start of this last quarter. Can't put any weight on it at the moment. And starting to walk that one off, bit of a stinger now, and starting to walk that one off. It's better have an ankle than say a knee or a hammy or anything else. They can sometimes, Encounter Bay player takes a mark there. Tonkin tried to play for the 25-metre penalty. Umpire was awake to it. He goes to his brother in Fraser Tonkin. Fraser Tonkin still deep in the defence here for Encounter Bay. Plays on, called to play on now, goes long out there looking for Middleton. He can't take the mark, comes out of it here in Ryan Pearson's, gets it across to Collins, comes down wide, and a good mark there to Williams for Encounter Bay. Lockie Williams this is. He comes down one-on-one here, Ben Davis, and gets a handball across here to the boys. The boys for Encounter Bay goes back to Brown. Brown high up and under. Hills is under this one. Can't take the mark. Runs onto it. And well tackled there by Spinks goes short, looking for cock, and over the top was Tonkin for Encounter Bay. The bowling green, I think, so might have a short break here while we get this ball back. But so far Encounter Bay have withstood a couple of 4 rows forward for Myponga and had a couple of chances for themselves.
Just a quarter will go a while.
Yeah, well, there's no kids out this side to get the ball back. Comes down here, Crispin will run onto it. Lang puts his head down over the ball. And has a couple of choice words to say there to Crispin. And ball goes over the boundary line, and we will reset and do it all again. Good throw in this time. Tap down by Tonkin. Running onto it is Sampson. Crispin tackles him. Proud gets the ball. He dodges and weaves over around a couple. Comes out to Clark. Oh, Clark slips on that cricket pitch. Oh, Middleton slipped as well and comes out eventually to Clark. He wobbles it down, and a good mark there to Willoughby for Encounter Bay. He goes out wide, and that time finds Collins. Collins, I think, playing his second A-grade game this week. He goes deep now. Ball goes down, looking for Middleton. He claims he was shepherded it out. The umpire didn't see it that way. And my Ponga player can't break free there. And we'll have a ball up. 20 metres around from the Encounter Bay goal.
Yeah, from the throw up there, Encounter Bay player got it then, dished it out. It's right, coming down right in front of the goals now. If it could be picked up here, quick kick over the kick did not go very high, and was cut off though by the Myponga player. So this way they go now. Myponga now get the ball down the other end of the oval, and there's going to be no one there from my. Oh yes, there is someone there from Myponga. Can he get it through? He's put it out there, and it's been marked now. They're just inside the boundary line.
Spinks
by Myponga, by Spinks. They might have to bring him back a little bit, I would have thought. And he's got a chance here to put through a goal on the board.
Well, Myponga need this one.
Yeah, but it just shows you how quickly it can happen, though. 1 minute it didn't look like it, then the next minute they got the ball out, and I reckon he might have got that one.
No,
he hasn't.
he's
He's
missed.
got a minor score only, so there's another point out there to Myponga Sellicks as the ball is kicked back in. Pearson's has got it. He kicks it round, finds his teammate just inside the boundary line. They're kicking that up high out there, and here's a chance now for Tonkin. Tonkin's got it. Kicks it across the ground, and Myponga now they're really desperate to get that ball back. Back it comes now. The trainer nearly got cleaned up out there too, just then. And the ball now is on the ground, and this is going to end up in tears, you would think, here for Encounter Bay. It is, and that is a goal to Myponga Sellicks, and that.
Beachside Bedding next to Habra Pharmacy is your local sleep specialist, featuring SA-made bedding from Sealy, AH Beard and Adriatic Slumber. Mary and her team at Beachside Bedding also offer a beautiful range of locally made Fluorio furniture. Beachside Bedding offers free delivery and old mattress removal, and is open Monday to Saturday at 295 Port Elliot Road, Habra. Always competitive on price with real product knowledge. Beachside Bedding.
Across this last quarter, so plenty of time left now for Myponga to catch up, and the ball goes down. Kennedy now into the midfield. That's Ben. Goes down deep, looking for Spinks. Picks it up, but picked it up there by Pearson's for Encounter Bay. He gets a quick kick around the corner, and coming out there is Whitford. Whitford jumps on it there for Myponga. Picking it up, it was Lang. He's not afraid to put his head over the ball. Comes then to Trevina. And Trevino, 2 players running opposite way, and Scott gets there first for Myponga. And he gets a chance to put this margin back under single figures. "30 metres out, directly in front." I think you said he kicked a few goals in the association game, so
he did. He kicked about 6, I think.
This shouldn't pose too many problems for him. Comes in. Ooh, got close to the man on the mark, but doesn't matter. He's put the 7th goal on the board for Myponga. They move along to 7-6.
Victor Tyre Power are your local one-stop shop for all tyres, wheels and batteries. Tyre Power are Australia's biggest independent tyre retailer, which means you get the power of a big range of the big brands, expert advice and lower prices.
Get the power of a local owner and operator.
Get the power of great service that keeps you coming back.
Get the power. Victor Tyre Power, 161 Hindmarsh Road, Victor Harbour.
Easily by Myponga last week, and only kicked, I think, 4 or 5 goals last week, and only kicked 5 so far today. Anyway, back here at the Encounter Bay Oval, Kennedy and Lang running onto it there. Lang gets a handball as he's getting thrown around, and the umpire said that was a dangerous tackle, and it got thrown to the ground. And Lang will get the free kick here. Plays on quickly, goes out wide there, looking for a Spinks. Sport by Willoughby, handball quickly there. Pearson's picks it up for Encounter Bay, goes across to Christopher's, and he puts his head down into the tackle. The umpire says that he got grabbed high, so he'll come up with a free kick. Pearson's goes long down the wing here, and Middleton can't find it. Claimed there by Myponga. I reckon that come off of a couple of sets of hands before it got to. But you've got to try.
He's the third one that does that, I think.
Clarkey gets up with a smile on his face, so I think he probably knew that it come off of someone else's hands. But anyway, ball gets tapped out to the boundary line. Whitford gets a high up and under kick, and that's gone out of bounds on the full. And
it's on the roof though, isn't it?
Maybe it's on the roof. I think we're trying to find a new footy. There we go. Someone's got a new footy. Didn't waste too much time. And just kicking here is Eli Horrocks. The sun pretty bad from that side of the oval, looking into it. Comes down over the back of the pack. It's a nice spoil. Running onto it there was Encounter Bay player, picked up by Christophers from Encounter Bay. He gets a handball over the top, comes to Kennedy, I think it is, for Myponga. Myponga player attempted to take a mark, comes across to Horrocks, back to Tonkin, that is. He comes across to Horrocks again, and now this is Pearson's. He tries to get around onto the left boot, which he does, and Pepper could have got a free kick maybe for too high there, but he tackles player really well. Myponga player jumps on top of the ball, and umpire says the tackle was poor, and Hedger will come up with a free kick here for Myponga. He'll go out wide looking for a teammate, can't find him. Ball's going to get knocked over the boundary line, and the 11-minute mark of this last quarter, we've got a 3-point ball game here at the Encounter Bay Oval, the close one of the day, the next biggest margin around the league. 15 points that the Langhorne Creek Football Club are in front of Mount Compass by.
Anyway, they throw the ball in now. Here's a chance. Crispin tried his hardest to get through with it, couldn't do it though. And Myponga now, they get the ball down the wing. They can keep this in. I think it's just about be a free kick for in the back out there to one of the Tonkins. That's the Hamish Tonkin. And he's gone across the ground with it. And they've got to be careful what they do here. They haven't got too many points to play with, have they, at the moment? Before that's in Encounter Bay. Get a run over, and it'll take a while now for the ball to come back in. So there's under a goal, Encounter Bay are ahead, and the boundary umpire throws it back in again. Back it goes short. Taken out there by Williams. Williams gets a hand pass across to his teammate. and across the game goes, and it's a Crispin's got a problem there, and I think that would be holding the ball because
he won't let his foot go either. Try to get around.
Anyway, Crispin's got the ball now, and he's going to take this one right down to the scoring area down there, and we've got a bit stiff, wasn't it? And the mark out there goes to Kane Spinks.
Free kick.
Must have been something off the ball. And the mark down there is taken by Jaden Christophers for Encounter Bay. He's going to try and kick it down there, get it into an area down there that can be kicked out quickly, and someone can have a shot out of it for here. Someone run into the point post down there then.
Kept his eye on the ball, didn't see the point post. Is it Kelly? No, it's Whitford.
He didn't see the point post there and run straight into it.
Hurt his shoulder too by the looks. He's moving it now. He'll be alright, I think.
Anyway, the freeze, or the mark, whatever it was, has gone to Myponga here, and they've got the mark to kick it further down the ground now. It's down opposite the netball courts, and here's the big kick right down over the back of the pack it goes. And they just kicked it back up in the air again, or the player then. I think he might have had the sun in his eyes, but whatever he had, he couldn't get away with it, and it's gone out there, and that will be
Tom Carroll.
Tom Carroll taking the mark there, and they've kicked that, and away they go, and this will be the changing of the guard, you would think, down here, if they can get this one in loose. That's Myponga. Have they got the ball? No, they haven't got the ball at the moment. And the umpire says, give it to me and I'll throw it up. The sun's in a tricky spot down there. If you look up, it's
good from this side of the oval.
That's all you see is the sun. Anyway, up it goes. Here's a chance now. Encounter Bay just got hold of it to get a hand pass back, and this will put the ball out in the middle of the oval, and it's a good mark taken down there by
Sampson.
And Sampson probably a little bit too far out here to score, isn't
no, he should be able to 35 metres out. Just a question of accuracy.
And that's been a real question so far today, hasn't it?
It certainly has. Not so much for Myponga. They're still in front on the goals and points ledger. Not so for Encounter Bay as Sampson comes in. Goes fairly straight. Just gets over the outstretched arm of Tonkin.
Do you want instant cash? Drop off your deposit bottles and cans and scrap metal today at South Coast Recycling and Scrap Metals depots in Victor Harbour, Goolwa and Yankalilla. South Coast Recycling and Scrap Metals depots offer undercover drop-off facilities, and the Goolwa depot is open 7 days a week. To see opening times, the latest prices and the items that can be dropped off for recycling, visit southcoastrecycle.com.au.
For 75% of the game, and last time they got down, well, they fought back well. Let's see if they can do it again as Tonkin gets a tap down. Kennedy again, since he's gone into the middle, he's won 3 or 4 balls out of the middle, so a good move there with him into the middle. Comes to Carroll. Carroll wheels around, goes long down here and looking for Spinks, can't take the mark, and player running through there from
he's gone here, I think.
A free kick. We've got a free kick here to Myponga that's gone to Lang. Not quite sure, a little bit far away from us to see exactly what happens there, and we don't have the benefit of the instant replay, but he hands it off and ball gets rushed over the goal line for a behind, and now Encounter Bay will bring the ball back into play through Baldock. He's looking straight into the sun, but runs out of the goal square, comes out to the outer side looking far. Eli Horrocks gets up, 2 hands to it, can't take a mark, comes to Trevina. His ball's touched as he kicks it, and Horrocks wins it there for Encounter Bay. He comes to Tonkin, who goes to Hills, who runs around and over the boundary line, and the ball will be brought into play, back into play by the boundary umpire. So heading into nearly the time on period of this last quarter, and well, Encounter Bay going to need to do something serious.
Well, they've got to score.
If they're going to, Myponga just happy now to, well, they'll be happy to play the short game, keep control of the ball, and just ensure that they don't give Encounter Bay any chance to score. As the ball gets brought back in, Carroll over the top of the ball, players jump on him.
I think it's what they did one game earlier this year. They got up very close near the end and just tried not to score, but to stop the other team scoring. And when you're behind, you've got to score.
That's it. And it didn't work on that occasion?
No.
Ball comes down, quick kick around from Carroll, goes down inside 50. Coming out was Encounter Bay with Baldock with a handball, and that one was touched over the line. We'll have a boundary throw in here, and Myponga will be happy with this, just to count the clock down. No clock doesn't stop in our Great Southern Football League when the ball goes out of bounds. The ball comes down, gets tapped down to Horrocks. He's jumped on by 3 Myponga players and driven into the ground, and you get up. Well, probably when there's 3 blokes jumping on you, you're going to get something in the face, aren't you? Ball gets tapped down this time to Cock. He gets wrapped up.
And this is what they can do for the rest of the day.
Well, they don't need to score again, do they,
no,
Myponga?
They don't. Up bows the ball again. Down near the... What's happened here? I'm going to throw the ball up again, aren't I? Anyway, the umpire's got the ball, and he just should have orders out there. That,
Well, a player puts his head down there. That's almost holding the ball. Its first action there was just to get the ball and put your head down.
Yeah, and this is what they're going to do all the time. Umpire throws it up again. Anyway, the ball now is kicked out in the open. Now, I don't think there's too much to worry about here, because there's a mark being paid here to
Sam Kennedy.
And he can probably
won't score from here.
Oh, there's a player out there that no one marked, and that was Jake Spinks. So Spinks could do it himself here.
Yeah, if he kicks this, you'd have to say it's almost curtains.
I think it's almost curtains now. They've still got to score. They haven't even got it past halfway. To get it down to their scoring area.
Goes back, puts it through, and that's pretty much game over.
With over 180 years of farming family know-how behind us, ProStock Livestock will help you with all your livestock needs. ProStock will get you the best price for your livestock when buying or selling, and will even help you muster and transport them. Wherever you are across the Fleurieu Peninsula or anywhere in South Australia, we'll offer you the highest quality, professional yet personal service. So give ProStock Livestock a call to discuss your needs today. Visit us online at prostock.com.au.
In this last quarter. And they don't look like it. So it's all the last quarter has been Myponga. They left their run, timed it just right. Anyway, here goes the ball now. Here's another. Oh,
Not happy about holding the ball there. Probably did get a handball away, so probably has a case. But anyway, Horrocks gets it for Encounter Bay. He goes long here, running onto it will be Tonkin picks it up. Oh, holding the ball there as well. Just trying to see. Anyway, Sam Kennedy has the ball. He goes to a teammate who in Proud. Proud will go back and take his time. Probably look sideways. No, nothing on. Goes long as he can. Looking for Spinks. Spinks has been good in the last quarter. Taking a couple of marks, kicked a couple of goals. And Baldock for Encounter Bay, though, in front of Scott. Gets himself into a good position. Takes a mark. And, well, Encounter Bay needs something to go really right now from here. And he kicks across the ground. And this is Jake Spinks. And he'll go back and
put through another goal.
This is definitely game over if he kicks this. I've seen some pretty average kicks across ground today.
Yes, I don't know why they do it. I mean, all the clubs tend to do this, kick across the ground. Even the real professionals can't do it. Sometimes it works, most times it doesn't. And here's another shot at
drifts across.
Drifts across, and it's one more point. And the ball is brought back in again quickly by Encounter Bay. Marked it over that far side of the ground. And they've just got to get it down there as quick as they can, because there is not very long to go. And away go Myponga once again. The ball comes in now. Player there bends down to pick it up. Can't do anything with it. And that's kicked out on the fall down there by Willoughby.
Well, Myponga's just done all the attacking in this last quarter, and apart from about the first 2 minutes, the ball's just lived in their forward line, and ball comes back in. Baldock.
He's a good mark.
Baldock's taken some strong marks down there for Encounter Bay. Comes across the ground to Williams. Williams will go down long looking for Hills. Hills takes a nice mark out on the wing. He's got players moving for him here. Slows it down though. Needs to get it on quickly. He's going to go inboard to Tonkin. Tonkin, Nick, got to get it down forward if they're going to be any chance of winning here. He goes to Pearsons. Pearsons will wheel around onto his left boot. Oh, he's going to go out wide. Poor kick.
Bounces it before
Lockie Williams picks it up. Does well to get around. And then goes off the side of the boot. Just got a player from Myponga just got a hand on him as he went to kick it and affected the kick. And ball ended up being carried over the boundary line. And we'll have it thrown in here with only a couple of minutes to go. No. Ball's going to be...
With this boundary umpire, they've always been short.
They've just got to needs to work on the throw-ins a little bit. That one's better, nice and high. Tonkin gets it over the back. Willoughby runs onto it, goes high into the forward line here. Couple of marking targets. Middleton gets a hand on it, only get one on it. Myponga players well tackled there by Davis. And we'll have it a ball up here.
That's it.
And that's it. The siren's gone. Myponga run out winners here at the Encounter Bay Oval in a hard-fought game by 11 points. So, well, I've got it at 9-7. Well, it should be 9-7-63 to 9-7-61 to 6-15-51. 11 points, 10 points, doesn't matter. Myponga win the game, keep their hopes of a minor premiership alive, although Victor have well and truly towed up McLaren today to probably jump Myponga in their percentage, but good hard-fought game here at the Encounter Bay Oval. Some better players there for Myponga. Sam Kennedy got a lot of the ball across the middle of the ground, across half-back. Both Spinksers played pretty well, particularly in the last quarter. I think Jake kicked a couple of goals and was busy down forward. The big ruckman, the ruck contest was pretty even, with both ruckmen faring pretty well for both sides, with Callum Tonkin and Luke Whitford. And Ben Kennedy made a difference in that last quarter when he did go down into the middle, and as well Tom Carroll and Levi Proud both fought hard for Myponga. For Encounter Bay, Bulldog down back, he battled manfully all day, took a number of marks. Eli Horrocks was busy around the middle. Ben Davis was a handful up forward for Myponga, as were the two big marking forwards in Pepper and Middleton, but let themselves down with some poor shots at goal. So in a hard-fought game that didn't reach great heights here at the Encounter Bay Oval, but was a contest all day, and well, it's what you want to see in a game of football. Myponga run out winners by 11 points in the end.
And they kicked themselves out of the game completely.
Yeah, well, Encounter Bay in that first half, in the second quarter particularly, had some quite simple shots at goal, and had they kicked 2 or 3 of those, probably led by 4 or 5 goals at three-quarter time, and that margin would have just looked at that little bit more for Myponga, and would have been that little bit harder to peg back.
So we've got some of the other scores here. Well, then they may not be the final scores, but they're near enough. One of them is it Strathalbyn, I think? Strathalbyn, 158 points over the Magpies.
No, it looks like it's updated a little bit more. Strathalbyn 203.
Oh, gee.
So that is 31 goal 17 to Goa Port Elliot 2 goal 5. And that one's saying it's 15 minutes into the last quarter, which I suppose it is when you kick that many goals. It's probably they'll have to put the lights on to finish that one. Wallunga 23 goal 13 to Yankalilla 1 goal 4. The big one, the Victor Harbour 16 goal 14 to McLaren 8 goal 11. So 51 point winners there, Victor Harbour, and Langhorne Creek keeping their season alive, and Mount Compass stuttering at the back half of the season with a 7-point win over there in a low scoring affair at Langhorne Creek.
Looks like you'd think by that the weather's completely different in some of the places, wouldn't you? One of them, they're kicking goals like they're going out of fashion, and the other one is low scores again. Langhorne Creek and Mount Compass, 53 points to 46, and then the game down here. In the end, what was the score, Ian?
9 goal 8 to Myponga, 6 goal 15 to Encounter Bay.
So that's the round 15 done and dusted, and be back next week with round 16. 2 rounds to go.
3 rounds. Well, 3 rounds to go.
This has been a presentation from Victor Harbour's 90.1 Happy FM.